you for another video. This is another one. Let me get this microphone up here. This is another one, kind of in my anniversary series. That isn't official, but important dates in music and pop culture and all of that. July 5th is just a phenomenal day for pop culture. It was the day that Seinfeld debuted in 1989. It also marked the release of Cracked Rear View, the Hootie and the Blowfish record in 1994, and then in an unknown year, it marks Romero's anniversary in the Josh Ritter song Harrisburg, which was released on his album called The Golden Age of Radio in 2001 ish. And there's a great live version called Live from the Ivy Gardens, that he has released, that's just, like I said, just absolutely phenomenal. And so I'm going to play this song in honor of the 5th of July. So this is Harrisburg, and I hope you enjoy it. Romero got married on the 5th of July in Our Lady of Immaculate Dawn. Could have got married in the revival man's tent, but there ain't no reviving what's gone. Slipped like a shadow from the family he made in a little white house by the woods. It dropped the kids at the mission with a rose for the Virgin. She knew he was gone for good. It's a long way to heaven, it's closer to Harrisburg, and that's still a long way from the place where we are. And if evil exists, it's a pair of train tracks, and the devil is a railroad car. Could have stayed somewhere, but the train tracks kept going, and it seems like they always left too soon. And the wolves that he ran with, moan low and painful, sat sad miseries to the moon. It's a long way to heaven, it's closer to Harrisburg, and that's still a long way from the place where we are. And if evil exists, it's a pair of train tracks, and the devil is a railroad car. So as I told you guys, this is a Josh Ritter song called Harrisburg. And I think of this anniversary every time it comes up on July 5th. And I knew I was going to do this live stream, and I do it almost every year. So like I do every year, I called up Josh Ritter and I said, hey Josh, how'd you like to do this song with me? Harrisburg, since it's July 5th, And he said, man, I don't know how you got this number, but the answer is an emphatic no. So, still kind of wanted to do a duet with somebody. And I thought, man, who else could I call up? And there was nobody really in my contacts. Nobody in my contacts that'd be good. So I pulled out the yellow pages, or more likely the white pages, even though, he is a business. Anyway, I pulled out the phone book. Either way, this is an outdated reference. And I went to the eyes in the phone book. And I called up this guy. His name was Chris Isaac. And I said, "Hey, Chrissy boy, how'd you like to sing a duet with me?" Josh Ritter didn't seem interested. "But how about you?" And he said, first of all, never call me Chrissy boy. He said, second of all, what would we even sing? And I said, oh, I don't know. Maybe something like this. What a wicked game you play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me fall in love with you. And I don't want to fall in love. No, I don't want to fall in love with you. Next thing I heard was a dial tone. Talk about a wicked game he's playing with me. So fine, I guess I'll finish this on my own. Rose at the altar, withered and wilted, Romero sung into a dream. He didn't make heaven, he didn't make Harrisburg, he fell in a hole in between. Some say that man is the root of all evil, others say God's a drunkard for pain. Me, I believe that the Garden of Eden was burned to make way for a train. It's a long way to heaven, it's closer to Harrisburg, and that's still a long way from the place where we are. And if evil exists, it's a pair of train tracks, and the devil is a railroad car. It's a long way to heaven, it's closer to Harrisburg, and that's still a long way from the place where we are. And if evil exists, it's a pair of train tracks, and the devil is a railroad car. And the devil is a railroad car. And the devil is a railroad car. All right, thank you very much for listening. I'm Minnesota Mike. That was Harrisburg, which has an anniversary of sorts on July 5th, thanks to Romero, and also no thanks to him. But thank you to Josh Ritter for writing this fabulous song and giving me a nerdy reason to celebrate on July 5th. I'm Minnesota